Hello everyone, Motherlode here, and welcome back to a weekly update video along with the patch notes, of course. And this week there's actually a few things that are out. There's a boss drop collections and the Motherlode Maw improvements. Now for the drop collections, there's also some titles that can go along here as well. There's a hit. It says there's a hidden achievement for each one too, which will show up in a new feat section of the interface on completion. So, here is the new titles. For Raxi, the Raxite. For Tzahar, Kalhar Zil, Grave Robber, is Bar's Brothers. Banisher of Shadows, Rise of the Six. Chaos in different caps and lowercase is for Chaos Elemental. Finesse of the Ician is Commander Zillion. Dark Core, Corporal Beast. Bokala's Hair, Dagonoth Kings. Strength of Orcs, General Grador. Of the Underground, Giant Mole. The Faceless One, Gregorvik. Shapeshifter, Hellweir. And most of these are after the name. There's a few that are actually before it. The Kingslayer, Calpite Queen. The Queenslayer, the Calpite Queen. The Last Rider, King Black Dragon. Swiftness of Avancy, Careera. Brawn of Trusareth, Krill, Trusareth. Legio, the Legions. The Liberator, Liberator of Mascab. Of the Crossing, the Magister. Tenacity of Zyrates, Nex. Of the Appraisal, Nex, Angel of Death. The Experiment, Queen Black Dragon. The Dormant, Telos, the Lone Fury, Twin Furies, the Dragon Rider, Vindicta and Gorvik, and of Omens, Virago. Now there's also some changes to the Motherlode Maw. There's going to be stuff that is added and a very few selections that are actually removed. So for Completionist Cape type rewards, you got your Chimes, Taijutsu, Memory Strands, Geobi Charms. Gift of the Reaper grants 20 Reaper points on use. Unstable Air Runes grants 5,000 rune spam points on use. Slayer VIP coupon grants a number or Slayer VIP tickets when used. It should be grants a number of Slayer. Rare item tokens, Shattered Worlds Anima, large Menophyte gift offerings, Anima Crystal, hand into Faction Leader at the heart of Gillinor to earn reputation. For XP related items, there's Protean Packs, XP rewarding crystals, D&D tokens, you got your daily, weekly, monthlies, Gothixian Butterfly Jars, XP boosting Dungeoneering wildcards, Standard Dragon Trinkets, it's convertible to Metallic Dragon Trinkets, Spirit Onyx, Hyphen Agility Course Multipliers, Scrimshaw of Sacrifice and Corruption. For miscellaneous type items, there is a Caligarian Title Scrolls, Onyx, Kethi Outfit Scrolls and Ring, Ghostly Essence, Hortstalker Ring, Harmonic Dust, Thinker Boots and Gloves. Magic Notepaper is nice to see that is actually earnable now, other than, you know, microtransactions. Ushapti, for stuff that is reduced, you got a reduced implank chance. Implank chances have been lowered. Juju and combination potions have been lowered. Aquarium eggs will no longer be given at max prestige. And removed, Crystal Geodes, Crystal Flex Sandstone, and Harmony Moss. Also for other news this week, there is the Lumbridge Beach event is now done, and on October 1st, why don't they just get rid of it now? The ice cream, sunscreen, and all beach cocktails will be removed on October 1st. They are also all untradeable now, so they should just remove them all but the cocktails. Also, there's just 1 week to take advantage of the Menopause Completionist Cape Amnesty. So if you haven't completed that yet, try to get your last few things. There's also a reminder about Roomfest here, but there's also a reminder I want to give you guys, and that is remember that next weekend is actually the double XP weekend, and it'll start on September 15th at 12 UTC time frame. Then there's also patch notes, but I want to show you the actual release here of what some of these things are. So it's not too big of a thing, but if you go into your hero, I guess it's not the hero interface. There we go. If you go into your adventures, which is the compass, you can go into beasts, and then if you click on Araxi and you click on collections, you'll actually get all your bosses here. Now, how far back it goes, I cannot tell you. I should go for someone I actually fought to show you. I know I fought Krill a lot. So it does show you a little bit, but it doesn't show you... Well, actually I got some of this stuff from the others. Carrera. Okay, yeah, it's showing some stuff, but I'm not sure how far back it actually goes. So that is one thing to keep in mind. It does go back a little bit, but clearly it doesn't go back too far, because I did get one of these before, the offhand Shadow Glaive. So it only goes back so far. So that is a little bit disappointing. Probably for what you actually have in your inventory right now. But also there is a teleport feature. I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't know if it's something that's new or not either. But I'm going to click on this teleport feature. And I want to see where it actually teleports me in accordance to that feature. Okay, so it teleports you to probably the closest lodestone nearby. Also, before I get into the patch notes, I did get 3 Death Touch darts so far. So if there's a certain boss that you guys think I should go for, let me know, and we'll see what we can get from that boss with those Death Touch darts. Otherwise, I'll probably use them after the event is over just to see what I can get from certain bosses, because I want to enter in for Death Touch darts again. But yeah, I don't know exactly how many I'll get by the time the event is done. Okay, so now as far as patch notes go, we have skills D&Ds and minigames. The Melir recipe shop no longer shows some unlocked recipes as locked. Crystal skill champas are now listed as requiring level 71 in the relevant skill guide. Skill champas no longer mention pickaxes in the woodcutting skill guide. It is now possible to decant mature moonlight mead from a brewing vat. Adrenaline will no longer occasionally fully drain when fighting in clan wars. Killing multiple ice demons at the same time in the Khazard and Lucian Dominion Tower fight will no longer stop players from completing the fight. Quest challenges and achievements. The Order of the Slayer Master achievement is no longer randomly reset. Players can now claim Falador Shield 1 through 4 again, but must still do so in the correct order from Redbeard Frank, Remington Chemist, and Squire Azrael. The 7 colors of the In Their Hat achievement now works with the Keepsake Hat. Players in localized versions of the game will now find some achievement titles fit better on the achievements interface. The Kashai's Cash achievement will no longer spam players when they use a gem on the NPC. An issue that was causing reputation achievements messages in Metaphos to spam players has been fixed. The final boss achievement counters will now correctly check both hard mode and normal mode kills. The Sphinx now faces the correct direction during the conversation in the cutscene of A Tale of Two Cats quest. An issue where Sir Owen would go could go missing from Black Knight's Fortress during the Death of Chivalry quest has been fixed. Dying to Count Dranor during Vampire Slay will now consistently remove him from the crypt. Agaroth will no longer deal damage to players after they kill him in certain rare scenarios. The Dealing with Scabarus quest marker has been moved to the correct location. Other, the base Reaper points received from completing boss in Heart of Gielinor in Challenger mode has been increased by 2. The base Reaper points received from defeating Telos has been increased by 1. The golems in the Telos encounter will no longer hit players after Telos begins his death animation. The skill level display on the player inspect interface has been reverted to display icons in a 3x9 layout. Blent weapons which don't require a target to use the special attack will now correctly drain adrenaline special attack energy. The legendary pet life-saving ability will no longer activate in practice mode boss instances. Players can no longer attempt to use Moa's device or a Disca returning on an instance-only world. Next, Angel of Death no longer targets another player who isn't the tank when restarting her attacks. Next, Angel of Death will now correctly restart her attacks if a player targeted with the Icicle Slam attack dies before it hits them. Players who have been pinned under the Icicle attack during Next Angel of Death encounter will no longer get hit by shadows if the Icicle pins them after the shadows start. A typo in the Golden Palace door examined in Metaphos has been fixed. It is no longer possible to equip an offhand with a two-handed weapon equipped by using a non-bankable two-handed weapon. A spelling error formerly seen when trying to pick more than 50 lunar lumber has been fixed. Players can no longer use free cam after activating the enchanted bunny, egg, and other magical eggs. Attempting to enter the clan citadel using the left click option on the Perfindus portal will no longer return the player to the clan camp when exiting. Last week's hotfixes. The Metaphos Amnesty check to the Slayer's skill when attempting to wear the Completionist cape was reinstated. A fix was applied to prevent disconnects when examining another player with certain achievements set up. The Boys of Menophites achievement no longer spams a completion message when gaining reputation. Speaking to Vanilliga, Gasfrihit no longer constantly states that as taxed as a Yak achievement is completed. Players will no longer be given Lear potion recipes after unlocking them all. Claudia now awards players, which this is no longer affected, with a Claudia balloon when defeated. Players are no longer spammed with completion messages for the Slay Bell Ring 5 achievement. The Brothers of Arms achievements will now correctly track if Arcasay has been defeated. Apply a further fix to players being disconnected when inspecting others. Tweak some scripts when initially loading the achievement interface to prevent disconnects under certain circumstances. Players can now claim their Wilderness achievement set rewards. The Golden Final Boss title once again unlocks correctly. Corrected an issue when disconnecting players when clicking on certain achievements. The Classic Rock achievement can now be completed by anyone in a Virago group. And corrected the issue with the Barrow's Dyed Staff of Siliski. So that is it for the patch notes. That is it for the update. I do have one more question for you guys. And, you know, if you made it to the end of the video, yeah, congrats. But if you guys... I want to do more with social media. But I'm not exactly sure what you guys want to see. Like, I have both Twitter and Facebook. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys want to see as far as, you know, Facebook goes, as far as Twitter goes. And if you guys could let me know what you guys are interested in those kinds of fields. If it's just like, you know, random posts, if that's what you guys are into, you know, that kind of stuff. or random pictures, you know, stuff like that, we can do that. Or if you just are more looking into when the videos come out, you know, just the way you can do it that way. Because I'm not entirely sure what to do as far as different social media goes. So if you guys let me know what you guys would like to see, I do plan on making at least one post per day on both of those. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.